Hello there, welcome to video number 191, and this video is on types of data. Now this video is all about understanding what these keywords mean. Alright, if you've got any chance of answering any of these questions correctly, you need to know what these words mean. But in the real world, it's very important to understand these things anyway. Okay, so primary, secondary, qualitative, quantitative, discrete, and continuous. Alright, different types of data here. Now, primary data is data that is collected by someone. So if I went out and asked some questions to someone, I'm collecting some primary data. Okay. Secondary data is data that's been collected already. All right, and so it's taken from primary sources. So it could be reading something from a book. That's a secondary piece of data, or reading something off Facebook, which is something that people tend to do and believe to be true. Right, be careful. These days, a lot of false information out there. The term fake news has been coined quite a lot and doesn't really mean what I think it initially meant. Very clever. People are very, very clever in this world. Qualitative data is things that you can put into categories. So not numbers, like things like hair color, eye color, stuff like that. Quantitative is numbers, so quantities. Numbers, amounts of things. And there's different types of quantitative data. So you've got discrete data, which is whole numbers or whole amounts of things, and continuous means you can have measurements of something. So that is a type of data that you can measure to an infinite degree of accuracy, right? So lengths and weights and things like that. Measures of liquid and stuff. So in the method, it states it's important to understand the definitions, as I've already mentioned. You might be asked to organise some data in an appropriate way, which means you have to know exactly what type of data it is, and this means you have to create some sort of tally chart, probably. Now, question number 1 asks us to state whether the following are discrete or continuous types of data. So we have to make our decision between the two. That's all we have to do. Now, the length of a piece of string. Okay. Now, the length of anything, because it's a length, is going to be a continuous piece of data. All right. You are able to measure a piece of string and find out just how long it is, right? But if somebody comes along with a better measuring device, they're going to be able to measure it to a better degree of accuracy, and then you can keep doing that until forever. All right. So it's continuous in the form of data because you're able to keep measuring and keep measuring and keep measuring and keep measuring. Okay. Now, the number of pages in your book should be a discrete piece of data because there is a set number of those things, a whole number of pages, unless you rip pages out and have little tiny parts of pages, right? But thinking about this logically, the number of pages in your book, discrete piece of data. And then the mass of the Earth. Now, mass is about weight, how much something weighs. So the mass of the Earth is a continuous piece of data, again, because it can be measured. I will just spell continuous correctly because it says it there. Right, question number 2. Zeus wants to record the ages in whole years of all the people hit by lightning in Canada in 2002, not 2020, 2002, a long time ago, don't know why 2002. Design a suitable table for him to use to collect his data. So we are going out and collecting some primary data there, or Zeus is, and he needs to collect it. All right, so what we're doing is we're creating a little tally chart. Okay, something like this would be fine. And we'd have the age here, and then we'd have the tally here, and we'd have then the frequency here. Okay, so the age, maybe we'd have it in category 0 to 20, 21 to 40, 41 to, and then this is what they do on surveys, isn't it? When they collect data, things like the census, they have age brackets that you fit into. I'm still in this one. I'm still in the 21 to 40 range, and then we can carry on. So we could do that up to 100, 110, 120, whatever we want to go up to, and then you go out and collect this information. And what would happen is that you get some tallies in there. How many people in Canada? Two people between the ages of 0 and 20 in 2002 got hit by lightning. So therefore, tally 2 little dashes, frequency 2, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross through it if it's 5, 6, 7, maybe 7 people, right, etc. So we're not asked to fill it in, but we're asked to design the suitable table for him to use to collect the data. This would be fine. This works. Okay, we've got tally chart design there. Now, in question number 3, we've got to place specific words in A, B, and C. So Anita wants to buy a car. Got to use the word from the list, this list here of these 4 words, that completes each sentence. So the colour of the car is what type of data. If you remember back to what I was saying about these words up here, qualitative data is something that we can put into categories, and colour is a category, right? We can have red and blue and green and whatever. So qualitative is the word that would go here. Qualitative. It's a hard word to spell. And the weight of the car, remember, weight is something that is a continuous piece of data because it's able to be measured to an infinite degree of accuracy. We can continue to measure it. It is able to be measured. Continuous data. Okay, and then the money is used to pay for the car is what type of data? Well, we've used continuous and qualitative. Is it primary or discrete? Hopefully you're thinking, it is a discrete piece of data. Now, it's a weird one, money, because it is a decimal, right? But it is a whole amount of something, right? If we think about pounds, £1.38, obviously a car's not going to cost £1.38. But if you've got £1.38, that's 138 pence. So you can turn that into a whole number, whole amount of somethings, all right? So that's why money is a discrete piece of data. I'm hoping that video helps you understand types of data just that little bit better, all right? And later on down the line, you'll be able to understand more complicated stuff. But these questions where they explicitly refer to the types of data do crop up from time to time, so it's worth knowing about those things. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't, then I'm sorry. Don't watch another one. But you know, maybe you do watch another one. But maybe you will enjoy a different one. But maybe it's just this one. Oh, I don't know. Worried now. Hopefully, you did enjoy it. Please let me know. The likes, comments, subscriptions, all that stuff makes a difference. Take care of yourselves. Look after one another. Bye bye.